Well, ladies and gents, we are back with Valencia. We are in Spain. We are facing Almeria for our first La Liga match ever, I guess, for right now. We've had some difficulties, I have to say. The first and biggest one right now is we have no transfer money whatsoever. We started out with like 1 million. Our payroll was actually in the negative. But then I did a stupid thing. In trying to figure out who to sell, because obviously we needed at least money to get the payroll into the positive, I started looking at Romero. Now, Romero is one of our goalkeepers. He's probably third on the list right now. However, he's a Rivero, my apologies. He looks okay, but he wasn't nearly as good as Dominish. Unfortunately, no one wanted Rivero. So I offered Dominish out. He's 32 years old. He looks pretty good, but Rivero doesn't look awful. So I was thinking, okay, Dominish was making like 28K per week or 25K per week, while Rivero was only making 5K. So that would give us a nice chunk of change plus a little bit of money in the kitty. I got him for like 3.7 million. Unfortunately, that did bring it up, into the positives, but 12.18K, I can't get anyone. 2.95 million, not a bad number, compared to what we were at, but again, I can't get anyone. Anyone who wants to come in has to be below 13K per week, and I'm not finding anyone, even on loan, and it's been a massive issue. I have been bringing some staff in, so I got a couple of physios in, a couple of scouts in, but I can't bring any players in, and it's going to be a massive issue with this squad. So we'll see how things go in the next, half a season, at least until January. I'm trying to get one player who's kind of a right back, but kind of playing up the wing a little. Really wants to come. Needs more. He needs like 24K to come, and I can't do that right now. I don't know who else to sell, so if you have any ideas, please let me know. But if you look at this, salary-wise, 78K for Paulista is the highest. Sadly, he's already pissed off because he wants to leave at the end of the season, or at least he wants to explore his options. And I said, okay, I can't keep you here. If you want to explore your options, you go explore your options. And he got pissed. I don't understand it. Gaia at 58K is number 2. 58K is cheap, especially for a player of Gaia's caliber. But a lot of Middle Eastern teams are coming in for Gaia. Luckily, I staved off one piece of interest. Now we possibly have another one. I think it was Al Etihad or something like that. But Al Nasser, apparently wants him now. I don't know what's going to happen. He'll bring in a ton of money, which is fantastic. But again, it's already the 12th of August. We only have a couple of weeks left in the transfer window. What are we going to do? Otherwise, our big disappointment is Hugo Duro. He's not making a lot of money. He is rated at, 18 to 20 million. So I could get rid of him. He's only got a 6.46 in, what do we have, 6 matches. He has not done well at all. And I don't know what to do. It's either kind of shit or get off the pot right now. Do I get rid of him immediately and try and bring someone in? I could bring in Lamine Yamal from Barcelona. He actually looks pretty interesting. And what I've realized is I actually have attribute masking on. I usually turn it off because I can get a better feel for the players. And the scouts, when you come into a save, the scouts, it's like they've never worked before. You have very few players who have been scouted for some reason. And it makes no sense to me in all the FMs that I've been playing. But that's a different story. So Lamine Yamal could come in if I got rid of Hugo Duro, but I don't know if that's even a better option at this point. I'm scouting him. We'll see what happens. But we got some stuff going on. Schedule-wise, as you can see, we did actually do very well in the friendly season. The biggest issue right here was Nice. 3-1 winners, but they all came late. 83 and 89, even with the 64th. But they tore us apart in the first half, and it was insane. I don't know how we did it in the second half, but we ended up coming out on top. Lyon was the other one. Unfortunately, 0-0 draw. But everything else we did fairly well. It'll be interesting to see how we do. But again, I'm going to bring you Almeria today, and then we're going to do maybe Barcelona. We'll see, because it is an away game. I like to bring home games. But we'll kind of continue on from there. 1 a month at least, if not 2. So anyway, let's get into the match right now, and let's just kick it off. So Almeria are actually favorites in this one. Interesting. Talkative head coach. I don't talk to people. I actually don't do the press conferences. I have my staff doing them because I can't stand them because they still have not been updated. That is one thing that, as much as the graphical changes in FM25 are going to be amazing, I hope, Please, not the boardroom, but the all these meetings with the media and everything are just painful. Oh, well, that's great. Paulista will get an automatic 1 year extension should he appear in 20 matches. So I'm actually thinking of going for that because he's a good player. He just wants to explore his options at the end of the contract. God, that is so annoying. The other thing is with 12K, I can't even offer extensions to players, even youth players. They want too much and I can't do it. I mean, you've got so little money. It's insane. Well, there goes the guy I wanted to pick up. 48K per week. I couldn't even come close to that. Are you kidding me? Now, the other bitch to the whole Domenech thing is Domenech was going to be our second goalkeeper, our second tier goalkeeper. Because this dude should clearly be our first. Unfortunately, this is his second arm injury in 5 weeks. So he came back. He was on vacation. He came back. He got injured. He went off on injury. Came back a couple weeks later and got injured again in the very, I think, second match that he played. So I don't know what's happening with him, but 22-year-old doing very well star-wise. I know stars, but I mean stats-wise, he's looking pretty nice too. He's got a fractured freaking wrist. Is that what that said? A fractured wrist, 6 to 12 days. So the lineup that we have coming out today is actually Rivero in goal. So we got that issue. Gaia, Diakabe, Mosquera, and Correa in the back four. Guillamon comes in, and Pepelu. Guerra has played a lot and has done fairly well. He is a youngster that apparently is lighting up the world right now. 41 to 57 million. I do not want to get rid of him. He is who I'm going to be basically trying to build this around, I guess. But so Guerra is up there. Who is it? Gonzalez is one that's been playing a lot in this AMC role. 6'8", not done too bad, I gotta say. I mean, he's well listed. He's a young player. He's not expected to be doing all that well in the league. His stats aren't the greatest. I mean, they've got some good stats, but so he will be getting some game time too, if I can find him again, Gonzalez. But Diego Lopez, Fran Perez in Guerra in the center, and then Yaremchuk comes in simply because Duro has a 6'4'6". So Yaremchuk, no idea how to pronounce his name, but 27-year-old Ukrainian is definitely going to get that first start, and we're going to see how he does. Hugo Duro needs to really pick it up, or I really do need to sell him. Now, again, Almeria is... Why are you going to disagree with today's roster? Well, you. So this is what has always annoyed me. A player is upset with my selection, but doesn't say who they think should come in. You're upset. Great. You're not even on the bench. F*** off. Get off my list. So Luis Suarez is up there. Not the same one. Colombian this time around. 20-something years old. But I don't know if we have a stacked lineup. We played very well against some good European teams. So it'll be interesting to see how we play against most of this table right now. Obviously, Barcelona, Real Madrid, we're going to be playing defensively as can be. Almeria, I don't really know what to expect. So we're going to keep it as a positive mentality right now and see what happens. The tactic is basically fairly simple. It's just a standard one that I've created with a couple of additions here and there. No personal shouts, no personal touches whatsoever to any individual player or what was that? No personal touches to players or to positioning. So in all this time that I've been playing, it's been very similar time and time again with FM23. There's the biggest issue or the biggest change in FM23 to this is that set piece induction, that set piece creator, however you want to deal with it. See, it always wants to play for set pieces. But the set piece of the whole, FM24 is fantastic. But if you're one of those that likes to buy it every year or every other year or every couple of years instead of every season, and you have FM23, skip to FM25. Nothing in this has really showed me that it's worth a $50 to $60 upgrade. It's the same game. It really is. Just as we play it out the back, kind of passing it to each other, you get it up to Javi Guerra, over to Hugo. Oh, Lopez, could not shoot it to save his life. I'm going to go for set pieces. What the heck? But Lopez could not shoot it in the first couple matches to save his life. Every time he got the ball, boom, it was worthless. Then he finally got a massive one, just like that. Just like that. I mean, he's picked it up. Loving it. Loving it. But Perez comes down with it. Up to Lopez in the box. Skirts around his man. I don't know what this Mbarba is doing. He kind of puts a foot in, but too little too late. And Lopez gets the first goal of our season. Correa is not happy. Look at that condition right there. Roberton with another one. No. Oh. Is that a penalty? Checking penalty review. Our first VAR. We have not seen a VAR at all during the friendly season. And now you give us a penalty. Are you kidding me? What was that about? I don't even know what happened. But Suarez. Come on, Rivero. So Yaremchuk is at a 6.5. So he's not doing much better than Duro has been doing. Hugo over to Lopez, up to Guerra, into Fran. Yes, Perez. Fran Perez, who actually plays on the left has played actually on the left all the time that I've been playing in the friendlies, scores an absolute wonder goal. Not really, but hey, any goal in here is a wonder goal to me. Javi Guerra to Fran Perez. That is a fantastic shot, I've got to say. 2-1 to us. Let's keep it up, please. Gaia with the pickup. We do have some speed. Yaremchuk. I got a shot off, so I mean it does increase it to 6.6, 6.5. Nope, never mind. But he did get a nice shot off. It got us out for a corner. We've had one corner that has gone into the back of the net. Everything else from our set pieces creation has not done very well. So we'll continue to kind of, I guess, enhance that as much as I can. Try and figure things out. Definitely, again, want to see what other creators have created for this. But 60 minutes in, Terry is kind of on the dead zone. Ooh, thank you. But nope. I mean, why? Our defensive efforts have been fantastic up until now. And now is when we blow it. I mean, why would you do that? So, Pupil, Diakabi, unable to get it out. I don't know who. Was that Guerra or Gaia? Snuffs it. So it's 2-2. I mean, I don't know. But Pepelu gets it stolen immediately from Suarez. Oh, and then up to these guys. Roberton. Can you? And no. Hugo back to Thierry, who pumps it back to Pepelu, all the way back to Christian. So we're finally keeping a hold of the ball, which is nice. But Hugo up to Gaia, crosses it in for Javi Guerra. Was that off the bar or off the post or something? You guys are letting him sneak in. I'm going to edit this down to, I guess, a balanced, or maybe a cautious. Just because you're letting them kind of run all over the place. Ooh, that one must have hurt. But I do have Hugo Duro coming in here, and this guy, Gasiorowski. We'll see what happens. So Fran Perez pitching it up the field and boots the ball. I mean, what on earth was that? So let me see. Does the demand more work? I think we've been the better side. Guerra gets it into the final. 4 minutes left in the match. Guerra, I mean, I was really looking forward to something like this from him, simply because I keep reading in the real world that he's, just one fantastic player. And look at that. Pinpoint perfect. Right into the back of the net. 3-2. We're going defensive, my friend. Probably don't need to be, but you got to stay away from these. Holy crap. Rivero's only at a 6.5. I need the other dude back. I've never been able to pronounce that guy's name. But he needs to come back, and I need to sort out the goalkeeper situation. I need to sort out the money situation. Why can I not do that? But full time, our first match, 3 points. Look at this. Guerra with this 8-8. 8-2 for Fran Perez. Diego Lopez with 7-1. So a lot of players are doing really well. I mean, even these guys, 6-7 for Duro, finally picking up his average. But Rivero, not great. So sitting in third right now is a place I would like to stay. It's not going to happen, but it is going to be a tough season. I will definitely say that. And if we continue and then go to the schedule, again, I don't know when we're going to come back. I'm going to try and do it maybe Barcelona maybe, or Las Palmas. It is a Camp Nou, so that's going to be tough. Bilbao, Real Madrid, those are going to be tough as heck. But we'll see what happens. That is it for me, Sefin FM, and we'll see what happens next time. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and enjoy.